Hello, this is Tim Law with Planet Forward Coaching, always encouraging your self-reliance. If you'll develop a marketable skill, chase that skill with a solid work ethic, go the extra mile, develop some people and communication skills. You'll be amazed at what you'll accomplish in this country. Big thank you to over 500 people that have subscribed to this channel, Planet Forward Coaching. If you haven't already, please do so. I have a really neat young lady, actually one of the youngest I've ever interviewed, probably is, and she's just newly turned 14 years old, the young lady who's a phenomenal tennis player and an even better person, Elizabeth Ionescu. So Elizabeth, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got going with tennis and what you like about it.
I started playing tennis when I was 3 years old with a string attached to the ball, attached to the ceiling. And then my dad became a coach, and then he's been my coach ever since.
Mm-hmm. And your mom is Simona, your dad is Flo, and now they have quite a background themselves as far as their athletic background. Could you share that with us?
My dad was two-time Olympic athlete for the 3,000-meter steeplechase, and then my mom was also an Olympic athlete, but she was the alternate. So they only brought I think 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
So she would have been the next one. So they were runners.
She was a 400-meter runner. Am I accurate on that?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure we can adjust that if I'm incorrect, but that was my understanding. So your dad's worked with you a lot. You also get over to the Wisehaven Tennis Center with some guy named Phil Myers, who you and I know pretty well. What impact has between your dad, your mom, and Phil? What impact have they had on you and your tennis game?
I play with Phil and my dad. I don't really know. I sort of just play, and then I go to the tennis court and I don't know.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. And when you're actually playing and everything, what your love of tennis obviously is you've had a lot of enthusiasm and everything like that. What is it about the sport that you like so much?
I don't know.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. Again, you're one of the youngest I've ever done with us. Do you enjoy the competition, competing against other people?
Yeah, I like the fight. I don't know. I just if I don't play tennis, then it's I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel just playing tennis and sweating on the court and just fighting for every point and running like a dog around the court and just I don't know, the environment, I guess, just being there. And then just showing up and doing what I can do.
Sure. No, and having seen you play, there's no question you've got a lot of fight. You chase down every ball. You've got a lot of talent as well. Now, what is your current ranking, Elizabeth, in both middle states and also I think you have a national ranking, if I'm not mistaken.
I do, but I don't know it.
Oh.
I think I don't know what I am nationally.
Okay.
I could Google it, but I think it's something 10. I don't know. I don't know exactly. I don't play a lot of tournaments.
Sure.
I'll play one a month.
Okay.
But my dad doesn't put me in a ton.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No, that's probably a good idea. And 10 ranked nationally is probably something that I think you're probably pretty close to that as well. Who are some of the as far as do you have any particular tennis rivals that you've competed against, where you've played them numerous times and it's been a good rivalry? Do you have anybody like that at all?
I have, but now we've been friends ever since. So she comes every Wednesdays and she trains with me. But I we'll get some friendly competition.
Mm-hmm.
And she's beat me 5 times now, but now we just train together and we're this on each other some days, this, we're pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Good. And would you want to share her name, or is this something you'd rather not do? It's totally up to you.
Her name is Capucine Joffrey.
Okay.
She is she's from Delaware, and she
Okay.
plays in the Middle States as well. And she's one of my best friends. So yeah.
Sure. Now, is she in your age group or is she a different age group?
Yeah, she's in
Okay.
the same class.
Okay, I see. I see. Very good. Let me ask you this, Elizabeth. What are some of your goals going forward? What do you want to do as far as your tennis is concerned? What are you thinking there?
I wanna. It depends how I improve, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna try my best. I wanna be D1 tennis,
Mhm,
like athlete, I guess. And then probably, if not after college or before, I don't know.
mhm,
Um, if I can play like junior grand slams,
mhm,
that's like what I want to do right now. Just like getting into the ITFs and then the junior grand slams.
mhm.
And then I think that after that we'll see where it goes. I don't.
Sure, sure. Yeah, well, and I don't have to tell you or your parents on how deep and strong the tennis, whether you're talking collegiately or whether you're talking and professionally or junior tournaments or whatever, with the competition, it's very, very very tough competition. Um, how about health wise, athletically, that type of thing? How have things been holding up for you? Because tennis is it can be a grind. It's a lot of work. It's some strain on the body. How have you been doing with that?
Um, you're never gonna be 100% when you're doing like a sport so much. You're never gonna be like 100% like fully recovered.
Mhm,
Sometimes you will be, I guess, but like your body's gonna be a little bit beaten down. So you just have to like, I guess, like do a good job of like recovery afterwards, like
mhm,
massage chairs, like a hypervolt massage gun, and really like stretching after you play
mhm.
because you don't want to be like sore. Or I feel like sometimes like my back will hurt or my shoulder or my knee or my hip or something will just like be off.
Mhm.
So then we have to like sort of like stretch it out, massage, and then and then you just jump right back to it.
Sure, sure. Well, and obviously it's more than just getting out on the court and hitting a lot of balls. So the recovery, and I totally agree with you. The recovery is very, very important. How is are your sleep patterns and that type of thing? Because obviously sleep is a huge part of recovery. How are you doing in that direction?
Um, I would say I'm doing okay. I don't know about my dad though.
Oh, you mean your dad wouldn't agree with what you're just saying?
Probably not.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, listen to what your mom and dad say, because obviously they both hit very, very high levels themselves, and they certainly know how to properly train, and that their proper rest and recovery is so very, very important for sure. Well, Elizabeth, and I always like to kind of get as we kind of get close to concluding here, what advice would you give to other kids, whether they're older than you, younger than you, that also love the great sport of tennis, as far as advice and thoughts that you would have for them?
I would say just like enjoy every moment.
Hmm.
Like just like you sometimes have to like take out the competitive part, but like you have to keep it there because you want to be the best.
Hmm.
And you have to have this like mix of like competitiveness, and then you also have to find that like happiness in the sport because it's a really lovely sport and there's so many great aspects to it.
Hmm.
And I think that if you have the drive, you have the fight, you have the heart to do the sport, then I think you can succeed. You have to put in the hours, the work, and you got to do it.
Sure, sure. And how about, do you have any favorite professional tennis players that you kind of look up to, as far as you admire them, you like their game, you like to model after their game, whatever? Any particular names that come to your mind?
Paula Badosa is my favorite tennis player. I feel like whoever she plays, it doesn't matter who she plays, I want her to win.
Hmm.
Simona Halep used to be. I feel like she's still at the top of my list.
Hmm.
Um, And then there are girls that I really like, but then I feel like their attitude towards the court is not something that you should look up to because they sort of like mentally are not there. So I'm trying to think of who stays really calm. Nadal, but
Right.
um, Badosa is probably the top.
Okay. And what country is she from?
Spain.
Oh, she's Spanish. Okay. Okay. I wasn't 100% sure. Well, Elizabeth, this has been wonderful. Any last second thoughts? Anything else that comes to mind before we kind of close it here?
Mm,
Are all good? Okay. Well, can you hang for just a minute or so once I stop the recording?
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. This has been great. And I'll let you know when this is up. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.